Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kelsey, aka the Empress, and today we are back with another pick a card reading, and we are looking at messages from your spirit team. What does your spirit team want you to know at the time you find yourself here at this video? Okay, so out in front of you we have our pile selection. We have pile number 1 here with the amethyst, pile number 2 with the selenite, and pile number 3 with the flourite. So go ahead, take your time, take a few deep breaths, really tune into your intuition and your guides and ask which one of these 3 piles is holding the messages that you need to hear from your spirit team at this time. And I will have the timestamps to the beginning of each reading in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comment. So again, take your time, pause the video if you need to, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 1. Hello, my beautiful group number 1, those of you that chose pile number 1 with this beautiful amethyst cluster here. This reading is for you, and we are looking at a message from your spirit team. What does your spirit team want to communicate to you at this time? What is your spirit team trying to tell you? What do you need to know? Okay, so we're going to start here, and I'm going to read the message for this out of the book, and then we will also shuffle out some tarot cards. Okay, group number 1. So what does your spirit team want to talk to you about? We have beneath the surface, hidden truths and something unknown. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put this here so you can see it. And let's go ahead and read the message out of the book here. Okay, beneath the surface. The beauty of the iceberg on this card bellies the fact that more is going on beneath the surface, and it might not be as innocent as it seems. There could be something unknown in a relationship or a business situation. Perhaps a friend or a lover is hiding some important information from you, or maybe some action is being taken at work that you don't know about yet. The warning here is to listen to your intuition and be conscious of what is happening around you. Don't panic and become suspicious of everyone. Just take things one step at a time and allow yourself to peacefully investigate what's going on, getting all of the information you need to make any important decisions. Finally, you may be hiding something from yourself. Are you lying to yourself, perhaps ignoring some addiction or negating your value, power, or deserving? Look beneath the surface for any unhealthy thought or behavioral patterns. Be honest with yourself, and others will be much more honest with you. So I do feel like overall here, group number 1, a big part of this message has to do with the parts of yourself that you keep hidden, or that you have suppressed out of survival or out of a need for others to accept you in some way, shape, or form. There's something here where there's a need to expose your whole truth. I feel like group number 1, it's going to be a little bit different for everybody, as this is a general reading, but what I'm really feeling here from your spirit team is that in order to be able to trust others, you have to show them who you really are, not just the parts of you that you think they'll accept. But there's, a big message here about really staying true to yourself. So group number 1, I do really feel like there's something going on where it's like you are having to bite your tongue, you're having to maybe allow others to step over your boundaries if this is in a work situation or even a relationship for some of you guys. But there's just something here where there's something going on that is really causing you to have to kind of bottle yourself up or shut yourself down or hold back in some way, shape, or form. And your spirit team is saying there's really a need to not let yourself be bottled up. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some tarot, group number 1. What else does your spirit team want to say to you about this? For those tuning into group number 1, please. We have the Page of Pentacles. So what I'm hearing with this Page of Pentacles is that for a lot of you guys, this has to do with, there's like a need for consistency. So for some of you guys, if this is job related, it's like you're doing this because, you know, you need the income. Or like you're trying to prove yourself, you're trying to prove your commitment, you're trying to prove your dedication. Whether this is a job or relationship, it's like you're trying to prove yourself. It really kind of, I don't even know how to put this in words, the way that this makes me feel right now, like the emotion. I can't even pinpoint like what to call this emotion, but there is a very strong sense of being caged in, being restrained, being suppressed, really holding yourself back because you need to prove yourself. We also have the 8 of Swords. There's that restriction again, group number 1. Your spirit team is really wanting you to recognize where you are tying yourself up, where you are biting your tongue, where you are going against your own thoughts, your own opinions, your own desires out of this need for income or this need for validation or this need for consistency. Maybe it's a need for somebody to stay. Maybe it's a need to stay at this job because it's comfortable or because it's there and you don't know where you'll go if you leave this place. Your spirit team is absolutely 100% saying you are holding yourself back from growing, from evolving spiritually, mentally. This may be causing a lot of mental distress for you guys. You may really be struggling with like your thought patterns and the way you're thinking about life and the way you're thinking about your future. It's feeling very almost hopeless here in whatever situation this is for you, group number 1. And your spirit team really wants you to acknowledge that and really wants you to act accordingly from that information instead of continuing down this path. And we also have the 7 of Cups coming out. Yeah, I feel like your spirit team is really acknowledging like this confusion, and maybe even like this feeling of not having any other option, this feeling like you're trapped. And your spirit team is saying that if you can just acknowledge, like there's a need to embrace your whole self, even if you're, you know, stuck in this job or this place, this environment, this relationship, whatever this is for you. If you're stuck in this place for, you know, an amount of time after, you know, you do acknowledge this, there's a need to really move from wholeness. This is so hard to articulate. Your spirit team is saying there's a need to move from wholeness. There's a need to allow yourself to align to the right opportunity by allowing yourself to acknowledge what you are suppressing beneath the surface, instead of just kind of going into autopilot mode and pretending like it doesn't matter. The bottom of the deck here, we have the Queen of Swords. So subconscious energy here is all about independence. It's about freedom. It's about separating yourself from whatever is holding you back, cutting those cords, cutting those ties, burning those bridges if you need to, group number 1, okay? So I feel like that's a very powerful message from your spirit team, group number 1. There's truly a need to allow yourself to be free instead of caging yourself up to make other people more comfortable, or to keep other people there, or to keep a job that feels toxic. There's something here that feels very toxic, whether it's a job. It feels very job related, especially with the Page of Pentacles, but it could be a relationship. It could be friendships, especially with the Seven of Cups here. It could just be the way, like the environment that you're in and the kind of people that are in that environment being very toxic, or being maybe even very judgmental in a way that makes you feel like you have to hide parts of yourself, or you have to suppress parts of yourself. You have to hold yourself back so that other people don't get upset, and it's really it's hindering your growth and your evolution, and your spirit team really needs you to know that. Okay, group number 1. So I do want to go ahead and pull you one final message, and we're going to take a look at what your spirit team is bringing to you, what your spirit team is helping you with, what your spirit team wants you to know is coming your way. Okay, what they're leading you towards, what kind of blessings are coming in for group number 1, please. We have the butterfly spirit with transformation. It's time to spread your wings, group number 1. It's time to spread your wings. It's time to really evolve and to be everything you're supposed to be. You know, don't dim your light. Don't dull yourself down. Don't hide your beauty. Don't hide your success. Don't hide your experiences. I do feel like group number 1, some of you guys may be really experiencing maybe some jealousy or envy. People may get very jealous of you, and there's a need to know that that is not a you problem. But Spirit is really helping you, wanting you to transform, and really bringing in the opportunities for you to transform and to evolve into the best version of yourself. And I see that that is also going to be bringing in abundance and wealth for you, group number 1, okay? A wealth of not only, I feel like, physical value, like money, or maybe a large purchase, a home or a vehicle or something like that, but also there's going to be a lot of self-worth coming in for group number 1 as well, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you, group number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Consider subscribing if you feel called to do so, so you don't miss out when I post future videos like this. I thank you so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 2. Those of you that chose pile number 2 with the selenite moon here, this reading is for you, and we are looking at messages from your spirit team. What does your spirit team want you to know right now, want to talk to you about? Group number 2. So we're going to start here, and I'm going to read the message for this card directly out of the book, and then we will shuffle out some tarot, okay? So group number 2, what does your spirit team want to talk to you about today? Wow, we have prosperity with abundance and success. I love this for you guys. Something that I am immediately feeling right now, it is 42 seconds into your video, and this is number 42. I just thought I'd point that out. So those numbers may be quite significant for you, but something that I am initially feeling coming into your reading, group number 2, is that there's almost a sense of fear coming in. That's what I'm feeling, is like a sense of fear, or even paranoia, like constantly looking over your shoulder, constantly feeling like maybe somebody's watching you. So this may be something that you guys are dealing with. You may be feeling like somebody's going to come in and take everything that you've worked for, or this may even be kind of a fear of your own success that's coming in for group number 2. But let's go ahead and read this message out of the book for you, and then we will get into your tarot. So group number 2. This card heralds a time of great prosperity opening up for you. Abundant blessings may come in many forms and for many reasons. It may be that a project you've been working on for a long time is finally coming to fruition. An investment or potential property sale could be paying off, or some unexpected gift like an inheritance may be coming your way. Get ready to enjoy the fruits of your labor and the rewards of your faith. You deserve great, undiluted joy, and that radiant garden will be blossoming soon, even if the shower of blessings only comes in drops and sprinkles at first. Remember to notice the gifts already gracing your life. The moments of laughter, beauty, peace, and spirit presence can bring you joy each day. The more you acknowledge those and other forms of value in your life, the more your newfound prosperity will grow and multiply. So I do strongly feel like group number 2, your spirit team wants to talk to you about your faith and your ability to believe that you're capable of abundance or success, or succeeding in something. I really feel like there's something here where it's like you're scared to put yourself out there, or you're scared to maybe apply to that job that you want, or to send that book to the publisher, or there's something here where it's like there's a fear of failure or a fear of even success, like I said, that's maybe causing you to hesitate and delaying this prosperity or abundance in some way, shape, or form. Some of you guys, this could be a hesitation to leave some things behind as well. So when we grow and we follow our path, a lot of the times we go through almost, I want to call them like checkpoints, right? Where it's like the road narrows and we get more and more aligned to our destiny, to our success, to our dreams, to the things that we truly desire. And it's like the more that road narrows, the less baggage we can bring with us. And so there may be some kind of baggage that you are fearful of letting go, out of this idea that if you let go of this memory or this pain or this trauma or this person or this place or whatever it is for you, that you'll never have it back. There's like a fear of losing something that's already gone here that is causing you to delay your success. I hope that makes sense for you, group number 2. But let's go ahead and pull some tarot and go a little deeper into this message from your spirit team. Group number 2, what does your spirit team want to say to you about your prosperity? We have the 2 of Swords. And I love that we have that moon there with you guys having the crescent moon selenite stone. So I definitely feel like there's something here that has ended, that has closed. A chapter has closed, a chapter has ended. But it's like you are resisting turning the page. It's like, I don't want to know what comes next if I can't take with me what was on the prior page. So it's like you're stuck in this limbo, and your spirit team really wants you to acknowledge that this hesitation or this limbo, this in between, isn't going to keep your prosperity from coming in, but it is delaying it. So there's a need for you to make a choice to move forward. It has to be a conscious choice for you to take a step forward down this path. You may be feeling like you need to wait for somebody to catch up, or you need to wait for you to be what you perceive as good enough, or you need to wait for the right time, or until you have enough money to invest into something whatever it is that you're telling yourself you have to do before you can make that move, your spirit team is saying, no, you don't. There is no need to wait. You waiting is more of a subconscious hesitation to leave behind something else. Some of you guys may be fearing that you're going to lose loved ones or family or friends if you pursue your dreams, your happiness, and your prosperity, because maybe they told you that you were never going to succeed, or they don't agree with what you were doing in some way, shape, or form. So you feel like that's a choice you have to make, and it's like choosing between your family and your dreams kind of energy coming through here. We also have the Devil. Yeah, there's an attachment to something that is causing you to feel like you're being pulled in two different directions almost. This attachment is to somebody or something that I strongly feel group number 2 has already ended, but it's like you're hoping that it's going to come back around, or hoping that they're going to come back, or hoping that you're going to work things out, or hoping that they're going to catch up, or hoping that, you know, they're going to finally see the world through your perspective. And your spirit team is saying you need to follow your own path instead of trying to create a path for somebody else or for something else. So this feels very much so like the Saturn in reverse, the Saturn in retrograde energy, very much so like breaking karmic bonds, and things like that. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. There's that success and that prosperity and that seed of gifts and wealth that you're being asked to follow here. There's definitely an opportunity that I feel like is being presented to you, whether it's an opportunity to apply for a position, whether it's an opportunity to start that project that you've thought about for a very long amount of time, or whether it's somebody wanting to, you know, go in on something with you, or whether there is this opportunity to start your own business, or whatever it might be being presented to you either at this time or it's going to be very soon. And your spirit team really wants you to start down that path, really wants you to take that step down that path, even though there's hesitation. So your spirit team just really wants you to be aware of you holding yourself back out of this need for others to grow. You can't force other people to grow or to move through their life in the way that you want them to so that they can go with you. Okay, the bottom of the deck, subconscious energy, we have the Eight of Cups. Release. Some of you guys need to have an emotional release, but this is about finally allowing yourself to step away from these emotions that have kept you attached, like finally being able to step away from this emotional attachment. For some of you, it may have been codependent, but subconsciously, it's, you know, it's time to walk away from whatever this is. It's time to allow yourself to release the past, to release the pain. For some of you guys, maybe you've been holding on to the emotional pain or the bad memories out of this idea, like very subconscious idea that keeps this person or the situation closer to you. So it's time to let go of what is behind you. It's time to let go of these attachments so that you can move towards your abundance, group number 2. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pull one more card here to take a look at what your spirit team is helping you with, what blessings your spirit team is trying to guide you to or trying to bring into your reality, group number 2. Okay. We have transcending. Yeah, there's definitely like this rising up. Rising above whatever's been holding you back. Transcending and releasing. So I really feel like group number 2, your spirit team is really trying to give you all of the resources and tools and things that you need to be able to rise above and move forward, to expand, to grow. But it has to be a conscious decision. But your spirit team wants you to know that possibility is there if you make the choice to follow through with it. Oh, look, and then we have the spirit guardian of Summer with expansion, growth, abundance, the fruit of your labors. So obviously your spirit team is bringing in prosperity and abundance and wealth and almost like your dynasty here, group number 2. That's what you're being aligned to. So if you're feeling like everything's falling away or like nothing's working out potentially, there's a need to really acknowledge those things and see if maybe it's because you're trying to move down the wrong path or you're going against what you already know you should be doing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you, group number 2. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below. Let me know if you chose this pile. Let me know what other kinds of readings you guys might like to see, and consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 3. Those of you that chose pile number 3 with the flourite here. This reading is for you, and we are looking at messages from your spirit team, okay? So coming into your reading, group number 3, I'm picking up on a lot of communication, a lot of almost like messages, a lot of like spiritual communication. I like eight of wands energy. There's something here where it's like there are signs, synchronicities, messages being sent to you in abundance. This could be coming through like hearing somebody overhearing somebody say something, or seeing random words while you're out and about, or this could be numbers for some of you guys. But I am really picking up on a lot of like spiritual communication. Like your spirit team is really, really trying to communicate something to you. So let's go ahead and get into this. And we're going to start here with this message, the overall energy of the message from your spirit team. And I'll read this directly out of the book. And then we will shuffle out some tarots. So group number 3, what does your spirit team want to talk to you about today? We have Archangel Raguel with justice, harmony, and solutions. So group number 3, there's definitely something here where it's like you're trying to find all of the answers. And I feel like your spirit team, I do really feel like you guys are guided by angels. You may feel very connected to the angelic realm, or really aligned to the angelic frequency very easily. But there's definitely something here where it's like you're trying to problem solve, or you're trying to bring in answers. Maybe you've been asking for answers or asking for the solution to something, and I feel like your spirit team has really been trying to point you in a specific direction that maybe you've just been missing. So I'm hearing water, like there's a need for water. So some of you guys, this could be like a need to cleanse your energy so that you're better able to tune into these messages. For some of you guys, you're better able to tune into these messages through water, through maybe baths or bodies of water, like meditating but at bodies of water. Interesting. Also with the scales here, it feels very like Libra energy, like there's a need to maybe see things from both sides of the scales depending on what the problem is that you're trying to solve. You may be viewing something from a very closed perspective, and in order to gain the solution, there's a need to view it from like the opposing perspective as well. Interesting. So let's go ahead and read the message for Archangel Raguel out of the book for you before we get into your tarot group number 3. 36. All right. So this card upright heralds good news. Raguel is the angel of justice and harmony. He brings fairness and compassion to difficult situations and relationships with others. A personal or work conflict will be clearing up soon. Perhaps someone has been annoying or agitating you. Even hurtful or hostile situations will be on the mend. Some difficulties may have been an undercurrent of your life for a long time. An undercurrent, that's kind of like that nod to the water, creating a deep sense of injustice in you. If so, now is the time to change things. Speak your truth and make reasonable and honoring requests. Your soul longs for you to heal your relationships with yourself and others, and Raguel is here to help. Whether it's your spouse, your boss, your coworker, or a friend, this card is telling you that you do have the power to heal the energy of that relationship. Raguel blesses your intention to live in true harmony. So I do feel like group number 3, there's been some sort of relationship on your mind. And I do feel like for some of you guys, this does feel like more like friends, or it could be in the workplace. You know, it could be romantic too, but it doesn't have to be. So I just don't want you to latch onto that, even if, you know, you are in a romantic relationship or, you know, something like that. It feels like a very close person to you that you had conflict, or like that you had a falling out with. Okay. And it's like that connection is mending. Okay. And it doesn't feel like a recent falling out. You know, everybody's going to be different. This is a general reading, but it doesn't feel very recent. Even if like the main event of this falling out recently happened, I feel like the beginning of it happened potentially even like 3 to 6 years ago. Interesting. So I do feel like a friend coming in for you. And this may be somebody that is, you have like karmic ties to, and this doesn't always have to be a negative thing. I just want to really put that out there, but it's almost like you guys balance each other out. Like there's a lot of this back and forth energy between you and this other person, because your souls are meant to kind of teach and evolve each other. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot, group number 3, and go a little deeper into this message that your spirit team wants you to have. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, things are turning in your favor. Mending is happening. Things are on the uprise. Things are rising back up, coming back together. We have the Empress, abundance, happiness. And then we also have the Queen of Swords. So what I really see here is this connection, whatever this connection is for you, is coming back in a very positive way, in a way that is going to be very abundant and fulfilling for both parties. But there's also, with this Queen of Swords, a sense of boundaries that maybe you didn't have before. That may have been what this other soul, really brought to the table in your last interactions. What you guys were teaching each other about boundaries and the importance of boundaries. And that could have been a very difficult falling out for you guys, but things are mending, and there's a lot of abundance and a lot of satisfaction and a lot of reciprocation coming in with this connection being mended. I love that. The bottom of the deck, subconscious, whoa, okay, subconscious energy. I just threw like all of my cards. But the bottom of the deck, subconscious energy, didn't go anywhere. We have the Knight of Swords, messenger, quick messages. There is very rapid movement here. I feel like there's a message here not to like overthink. If this person sends you a text or invites you to something casually, there's a need not to overthink that, and not to like feel like you're being set up, or to talk yourself out of it, or that kind of energy, which may have been present in your relationship previously. Or even in other situations that you're dealing with. There's the message here from your spirit team not to allow yourself to overthink or to get in your own head and act on something that hasn't even happened. So kind of a message here, like if you're thinking that this person is going to abandon you or set you up or break your trust, there's a need not to act on those thoughts, because that hasn't actually happened. So don't like convince yourself that that's happening and act as though it already has, kind of energy here. So I am going to go ahead and pull you one final message, group number 3, and we're going to take a look at what your spirit team is helping you with currently, what blessings your spirit team is trying to bring in or guide you towards at this time. Group number 3, please. We have the reflecting pool with stillness. Yeah, there is kind of like a need not to act impulsively here. That is coming through quite strongly. But I feel like your spirit team is kind of cocooning you and putting you in this position where you're able to be at peace and live in calmness and kind of like tranquility, which is beautiful. Whether that's related to this relationship or not, your spirit team is really bringing in blessings of calmness, of peace, of slowing down instead of rushing everywhere. Okay, so that's a big message from your spirit team too. Really don't rush into things, don't rush through things. You're being brought to a place of presence, like being able to be present, being able to be mindful. And that is very beautiful, okay? That really shows a big sign of healing, especially like mental health, healing the mind, body, and spirit, but really healing the mind, I feel, has been something that maybe you struggled with in the past, but your spirit team is really bringing that in for you, okay? Group number 3. So this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful souls that chose this pile. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel, and consider subscribing if you feel called to do so you don't miss out when I post future videos like this. I thank you so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.